Good evening. Is the frequency not in use? Of course it's not in use. I was listening from the kitchen. I almost got here late. It's 8:30. I mean 8 o'clock, 30 seconds after the hour. My name is Paul, K4PEW, net control for this net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Time's up. We would have screamed if there was. If there is emergency traffic, don't hesitate to call 911 and or us. We'll help in any way that we can. That may be broken at any time for that. For information on this net, you can go to YouTube and just watch our net in progress. Just put K4PEW into the search block for YouTube. You can go to 146415.net. Information on Simplex there. 146415 sounds familiar. And you're going to go to groups.io and look up MJSS in their search block and come up with our site there. That includes you don't have to join the site. You don't have to get on the email list, although it's nice because you get to ask technical questions or any kinds of questions, really. Well, relating to ham radio, no health questions or felony or legal questions. Or you can send me an email. By the way, you can also see our entire net schedule there on the site for groups.io. Or you can write an email to me, K4PEW, probably type it actually, K4PEW@ARRL.net. Net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. This week, conduct the net, of course, on 146.415 FM, where we are right now. We move over to 144.240 upper sideband, and then on to 50.135 upper sideband on 6 meters, and then on to 223.415 FM. This is our cavalcade, well, our biggest cavalcade of nets night with our nets. How many nets we have? Already had 3 DMR, D-Star, and C4 FM, which are doing just fine, thank you. And this wraps them up, another 4 here, and that makes 7 for the night. We also have a net tomorrow night, Sunday night, no, yes, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., another 10-meter net on 28.415 upper sideband. It's done by Michael, KM4YRF. And it's again tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Be there or don't be there, but we'd like you to be there. I don't think I have any announcements. We do have a breakfast next Saturday morning, I believe that is. I think I have to look at the calendar, but I'm pretty confident it's next Saturday morning, 8 a.m. at Golden Corral in Hermitage. And I'm sure you can find it on the map. Let's see. Oh, no other announcements that I know of. Does anybody else have any announcements?
Question.
Go ahead, question.
Yeah, are you on, what antenna are you on? Your signal's down.
I'm on my normal antenna, the one I've been on for the last couple of weeks. So it's there's some odd conditions, I think. Just I noticed that earlier tonight.
Yeah, it was yeah, the C4 FM and DMR, they were all not really great. So anyway.
Yeah, the oddity there was that Rockvale, I can usually barely hear Larry, and I heard him perfectly tonight. So it's obviously the conditions are weird. Yeah, I heard him good, but other stations weren't. Well, most of the stations good, but because of my location. But normally Larry's not very good to me.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, sorry to butt in. Yeah, you're down about 20 dB from what you heard just yesterday. So anyway, K4 dB.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to hit the push to talk button a lot harder.
Very good.
All righty. Yeah, I actually see my SWR seems to be up higher than normal, and I have no idea why.
It didn't rain, did it?
No, but I've got the new antenna, not the old antenna.
Right. The 510 looking like.
Yeah, that one, but I don't know. I'm not sure why it has such a, 1 point, almost, well, it says it was almost a 2.0 SWR.
Strange. Chalk it up to conditions.
Well, I'd say it's pretty strange, really, but 2.0 is not very good. That's weird. It didn't rain. I don't know what's going on. I haven't mowed the lawn and chopped through the cables out there. Anyway, I'll trudge on here. I'm still a little bit confused by that. Yeah, all the connections look good. I don't know. Hold on one sec.
Anybody else noticing this signal down?
I'm too close. He's like 60 over to me.
Yeah, you're way too close.
No, it should be fine. I just don't know why it's that high. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe I need to go down and reinstall the antenna. Anyway, let's move on. If it gets bad, I'll let Michael take over. Where was I? Any other announcements besides those? Besides the Nets and the breakfast tomorrow? Next Saturday morning.
What's really going on out there?
We have no idea. No idea. We hope you knew, Earl.
Well, only thing I know, you want to be careful when you ride your chainsaw around the yard.
Yeah, you got to have a good pair of thick shorts on to do that. All right, very good, Earl. Let's see. Tonight we're on net number 944. We're starting from the north. Of course, we take check-ins and check-ins from and first-time check-ins, people short on time, or what is those? Are crippled people? No, it's not short on time. First-time check-ins and mobile. So please come now. Got nothing. Well, very good. We'll start from the north then. Please come now.
Kilo 4 Tango November Romeo, Kevin and Bethpage.
Hey, Kevin. You sound pretty good.
Yeah, band's been pretty good today. How have things been for you lately?
Very good. Very good. Today was a beautiful day and out just a little bit, and it was pretty. It's very nice. You got to have a balmy, warm breeze, kind of like just a pretty day.
Yeah, I was outside doing a few things today. Well, I'll let you go and get all your check-ins started. K4TNR, back to net control.
Very good. That's Kevin in Bethpage. He's got a great signal. Kilo 4 Tango November Romeo. Who else is north?
WA4 YQC.
YQC. Okay, Whiskey Alpha 4 YQC. I don't remember who that call is. Help me.
That's Richard over in Gallatin.
Okay, very good, Richard. You sound good. That's Yankee Quebec Charlie. That's a tough call. Anytime there's a Q in there, it makes it tough for me.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't my original call, but my uncle was my Elmer, and when he passed away, I took his call. Family wanted me to take it to this, and we'll keep it. I reckon. The only thing, I got to get up early in the morning, early in the morning, so I'm gonna get the hay early. You want to get in and get out. Thank you very much. WA4 YQC.
Yeah, very good. That's Richard, and it's a good reason. I didn't say it was a bad call. It was just, it's a memorable call once you, that Yankee Quebec Charlie. It's a great call. Anyway, that's Richard in Gallatin, Whiskey Alpha 4, Yankee Quebec Charlie. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
Hello, Frank. You sound better.
Yeah, I got the power kind of low here. Yeah, I'm back. I guess he's listening to us on YouTube because he can't quite get up to the stairs yet, but you can check in KB9RKL.
Very good. That is your an old friend. Is that who that is? I forget.
Yeah, he's staying with me. He moved in with us. Name is Dave.
Very good. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Actually.
Fantastic. How long is he staying?
Oh, he's staying here. He's moved in with us. He's staying.
Oh, well, that can be good and bad. I just hope he's a good friend.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, consecutive calls for a reason. I've known him a long time.
Oh, that's great. Anything good for the net tonight?
Negative. Just thanks for doing it, and glad I was able to catch it.
Very good. That was Frank and David. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo and Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Lima, who's now staying with Frank at his home, with him and his wife. Who else is and they're in Northwest Mount Jordan. Who else is north? Over to the west.
Yep. About missed it, I believe. 84 VW up here in the north. Oh, man. Bethpage, Angel Town.
Oh, very good. No, you didn't miss it. I jumped in kind of quick, but I didn't hear any responses. Are you doing all right there, Carlin?
I am. I always kind of pause a little bit in case there's somebody else up here in the north. So, I'm doing all right. Sitting here eating some Oreo cookies and listening to the net. So, I don't know. Hope everybody's staying warm. I don't know how cool it's going to get tonight, but it's supposed to warm up in the middle of next week, up in the mid-70s, they're saying. So, I don't know. Anyway, hello to everybody, and hello to you. Hope everything's going okay in your direction, and I guess I'll clear and let you go on to the west. K4 VW.
Yeah, very good. That was Carl in Bethpage. Kilo Delta 4, Victor, Uniform Whiskey. Big signal as always. Who else is west or, yeah, north or west? All I heard was somebody breaking the squelch. Somebody help me. Anybody else out there? I heard somebody breaking squelch, but I can't hear who. I hear no audio.
KG4ILV. I didn't hear anybody either. I just heard the squelch break.
Yeah, very good. We're gonna have to learn how to translate squelch.
All right, Paul. I'll let you get on with it, and I'll check in on the next one. KG4ILV.
Hey, did you see my self-portrait on the YouTube page?
No, I didn't. I'm on YouTube, but I'm on the screen.
Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't. You'd have to wait till it's finished to see it. Now I did a kind of a silly self-portrait. It's just it looks like a what me worry kind of thing.
Oh, okay, I'll check it out.
Very good. That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India, Lima Victor. He's in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
See, I didn't miss west this time, did I?
No, you did good. I've already butted in earlier, so I don't know if you got me officially checked in. So put me in there, and I'll see you on the next one.
No, that first one is just a test check-in. You got to do it again. That's very good, Greg. Anything good for the net?
Now that way I get to capitalize time.
Yeah, well, you don't do a whole lot of that, so it's all good. Doesn't matter. We're good. Anyway, that was Greg. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is west? Anybody west? I hear a squelch break. I'm not sure what the story is there. I'm not sure where you're located. Text me or email me, really, if you would, at the K4PEWPRRL.net, so I know who it is. I think that's what he's doing. I'm not hearing anymore. Anybody else west?
KC4TQ.
Very good. Charles, you doing okay this week?
Yeah, way better than I was last week. But like I said, I think it was just allergies or sinus. Who knows? I can't ever tell whether it's allergies or COVID. But anyway, y'all have a good evening. Thanks for being there, Paul. KC4TQ.
Very good. That's Charles in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Who else is west? Anybody from the south?
K4KFQ.
Hello, Tony. You hearing any better tonight, do you think? Can you tell?
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit better. People are breaking the squelch.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, I'm glad. That's your whole issue, I think, is now it's a matter of elevation, which would be harder to achieve much more than what you got.
Well, maybe we can get some folks over here and jack my house up.
I don't know. That can be taken both ways, man. When you get jacked, you get usually somebody steals stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, other than that, nothing's going on. K4, KFQ.
Yeah, well, no news is good news, I think, right?
Comment?
Hey, go ahead, Carl.
He's 20 over up here.
Yeah, no, he's got a good signal, but it depends upon location for him. Sometimes everything northwest of him in Smyrna is a rough copy or no copy.
Okay, where's he located at again?
Smyrna.
Oh, well, yeah, he's doing amazingly well. All right, let me get out of here.
You heard that okay, Tony?
I know he's there, but I don't understand what he's saying.
Oh, really? Well, he's at a fairly good elevation up there in Bethpage, and he can hear you just fine, but obviously you can't hear him out. You can hear him a little bit, but not full copy.
Yeah, that would be an accurate description.
Okay, very good. Well, we learn a little bit. See, what we need to do is double his elevation. That'd help you. Anybody else south?
Kilo Echo 4, yeah.
KC4 can hear Tony in West Nashville. He's sticky fisting, but I can hear him.
Okay, very good, Charles. Yeah, I hear you in there, Larry. Everything all right?
Yeah, man, we'll let you get on with it. K4 Swapping.
What was the count on D-Star?
5.
Oh, that's right. I already asked that, but I didn't write it down. My memory's shorter than my pen. All right, very good. That was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra, Yankee Victor. Who else is south? Over to the east.
KM4YRS.
Hello, Michael. Yeah, we're too close to make evaluations on signals.
Ain't that the truth? But I got bragging rights tonight. We had 10 on C4 FM.
Yeah, I heard that, but you had a couple of, you had Richard and Stephanie. Was there another double in there and 2 people? Or was that the only one?
No, it was Greg and KI4ZDG.
Oh, yeah. And Kevin, he's over there. He's over towards you.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I did hear. I stepped away from the radio for a minute or two, and I wasn't sure who all was in there, but I did hear. I don't remember hearing Richard on excuse me, C4 FM before.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, he was 20 over to me.
Yeah, no, he had excellent signal to me as well. I don't know when he got that capacity to do that. I'll have to ask him.
Well, you know, he got that new FTM 300, I think, and it does C4 FM.
Well, I guess it does because he was on the net.
Well, that's all I've got, Paul. Back to the next drill.
Very good. That was a Michael Kilo Mike Ford Yankee Romeo Foxtrot here in Mount Juliet. He's just east of me a couple of miles. Who else is wherever I was? South or east?
KK5S.
Hello, Carrie. Everything good in your sector?
Oh yeah, somebody mentioned earlier about being a beautiful night out there, and it is. I just come in off the back porch with a lovely bride out there, just enjoying a wonderful evening out there, and it's pretty nice weather out there right now.
Sitting out on the porch with a shotgun across your legs, waiting for the Palestinian uprising?
No.
I'm just kidding. I heard some commentators saying we got to be ready. I'm saying I don't think we have to be ready for months.
Besides, why would I waste shotgun shells? They're going to be too close for that.
That's true. Very true. I was really excited about. I did not realize I saw it in a rifle, but I didn't know they made handguns for the 410 shotgun shell.
Yeah, but actually, most of those actually have a different shell that is now being specifically made. The first ones use just a regular 410 shotgun shell, but I think they kind of changed that around a little bit now, and they have some that are specifically made to use for those pistols.
Apparently, yeah, because I was looking them up, and well, the shells ain't cheap either. They're $1 something a piece. I mean, not terrible. It's just you don't want to go to the range and shoot a couple hundred off.
No, I mean, but that actually is one of those kind of things that it has its specific place where that's really a good something to have for, especially if you live in an area where you have lots of slithery type offenders roaming around, because it's real easy to just take that little pistol and take care of those aggravations.
Well, what you do is you ask them if you want the slug, or do you want the triple-aught, or do you want the aught?
Well, most of those shells for those, they have like a 3 or 4 layer little discs that are separated out in there, and so it's kind of somewhere in between the two.
Yeah, I did see one model of shell, which I'm not familiar. I've never purchased them, so I got a kick out of it because the one had the projectile, had the slug at the front end, and behind it, it had 3 or 4 shot behind it.
Oh yeah, it makes a difference. But of course, living out here where I do, and everything, we have some of those, varmints come around every now and then, and I try to at least keep one loaded with snake shot.
Yeah, I get you. I was just reminded, Joe Biden was advertising shooting a shotgun like that right through the door to take on people trying to board the ship,
Well, they say psychologically that the one sound that kind of scares off any intruder is the sound of a up shotgun racking a shell into the chamber.
That's true, but as is in boxing, you're not supposed to give telegraph warning shots for anybody.
Why waste the ammo?
Well, I just mean they don't need a warning. You know what I'm saying? There's no. You don't say halt before I shoot. You don't want to. Again, your point is not to give a warning.
Yeah, it's one of those places. We have a little funny sign that says, "Due to the cost of ammunition, there will be no warning shot."
We used to when we stood. We had armed watches on that I did in the Navy. On we had a nuclear weapon. Anyway, if there was a problem with the security of the ship with the nuclear weapons, which would have been a rarity, but we still had to practice for that. And they told us that if we saw somebody that seemed to be out of line, you'd give them a warning of, with a halt. You'd ask them to halt. I forget what it was, 2 times, and then you could shoot if they didn't freeze. And we used to go, well, they're going to get 2 whispers and a shot. That's what they get.
Yeah, I understand.
Anyway, not that it ever came up, because it never did. We used to joke about it, because why would you give? Again, you don't want to shoot somebody who's not up to. Some people are just act stupid when they're in the wrong place at the right time.
And there's enough of them around.
Oh yeah. Well, they used to have drills. Just to expand on that a little bit. They used to have drills on, like I was on another ship, just passing, crossing through the ship, getting to our ship on the pier, because we were outboard of a much larger ship, and they had one of those nuclear alerts on there. And of course, and on their ship, they had a lot more people than we did. So we only had like 6 or 7 guys that were part of the security team. But on their ship, they had like 20. And they're running around with shotguns and rifles and pistols. And when they say freeze, you freeze.
Absolutely. I understand that. But anyhow, well, I ain't got nothing else for the net tonight. Just wanted to sneak in here and check in, because I missed the last couple of nets, and say hello to everybody, and hopefully look forward to seeing everybody next Saturday.
Very good. That was Carrie in Baird's Mill, Kilo 5 Sierra. Is anybody else east or anywhere?
KI4 ZDG.
Hey, Kevin, you make any good use of that mast?
I haven't yet. My wife wants me to clean it up a little bit, and I need to make a couple of brackets so that I can mount it to the side of the house and hold it up. So it's going to take me a couple of days. I've got to draw some stuff up in CAD and send them over to the water jet to have them cut out, and then figure out what clamps size I need for the mast and all that.
I hear you. Yep. No, she wants it polished and waxed, does she?
Oh, I'm sure she'd prefer it not be even on the house, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I've told the story here before, but you're relatively new here, and that was I put up a mast on the chimney that had a rotator, and above the rotator, I had the mast mounted to the upper, not to the side of the chimney, but up on the roof. It was up mounted to the side of the chimney on the roof, between the chimney and the peak. And then I had the rotator, and then above that I had another mast rotating. I had a rotator, and then there was a 11 element beam, a 2-meter beam, and then there was above that was the 2-meter antenna, vertical. And it was up there for over a year. And my wife and I were going up with the car, and she says, "What's that thing up there on the roof?" And I said, "What thing is that?" I knew what she was telling me. So what's that? She was the kind of the thing that goes sideways up there, or she didn't say horizontal. The thing that goes sideways. And I said, "Well, that's the antenna we put." She goes, "What?" I said, "It's been up there a year, and you just noticed it?"
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, people don't look up.
No. The vast majority of people have no idea what is above eye level, and that's just normal because they don't have any reason to look up unless they're stargazing or, looking up at an airplane. But they generally don't. A lot of people, I have a general term for a lot of people, and it's not a derogatory term. It's just that they're oblivious to anything except what their task is.
Yeah, most people are. But I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could be more like that, but I'm glad I'm not, I guess, for the most part.
Well, in your job, you kind of have to be kind of aware kind of person.
Right.
No, I know where you're coming from. I was in not that kind of a job. It was a different kind of job altogether, but I had to pay attention in a hospital building that I managed. I had to pay attention to the details within the facility to make sure everything was on the upside of everything. We were trying to keep ahead of the game all the time, 24, every day. And you get used to doing that. And when I left that job, in fact, I still do it now, and that's 35 years ago.
Yeah, just becomes a habit.
But now I just ignore it. I used to look at every detail in the building. So if I didn't have I'd have a question mark sometimes about. That's interesting the way they did that, about how they put something together, or how it was assembled, how it was mounted, whatever, or whatever, a new piece of equipment that I never saw before. There's always these things, these gears going in my head. And then, and I also was looking for errors. I was looking for things. Oh, that's the way they did that, or maybe we should do it that way. It was that whole circle of silliness, thinking about how I could make things better in our facility. And like I said, when I left it, now I just ignore it. I go, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I've gotten plenty of good ideas, looking around and stealing from what other people have done, and getting ideas from other places too, like that. So it's good to be aware and look around and see what other people do.
Yeah, it's good to have that notion when you're looking around and see what the heck is that. Really, you just go. I've done that a lot because I learned over. I'm still here. I am at almost 75, and I'm still learning something new every day. Anyway, anything else on that, Kevin?
No, sir. Appreciate you out there.
Very good. That's Kevin. He's here in Mount Juliet, Kilo, India 4 Zulu, Delta Golf. Anybody else out there tonight?
KR4AZ.
Hello, Tim. What's up?
Now, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, really. Well, most of the time I'm fantastic. As you know, I work out almost every day on something at my little gym. I'm always glad when it's over.
Yeah, I try to do a little bike riding or some kind of exercise in here. How's the radio sounding? I got that 700 up. Well, it ain't in its final resting place, but it's the bottom of it's about 25 feet in the air, I guess, 24. But I'll probably end up going up about 18 to 20 more when I finish up.
No, you're doing great. You got an S7 here from Murfreesboro, and I think that's the best I've heard you.
You used to have 1 meter in there. It just about pegged you out. I have it just about pegged out.
Could be. Now, that would have been on my other meter, but I can't imagine it was pegged out. It could be. Maybe the conditions are odd because, like I said, we've had some interesting conditions tonight from some locations.
Well, I've noticed the antenna is of course it's not probably not as high as the Ringo Ranger was, and it don't sound because I know some of the repeaters that I just trying to I remember how that other one hit. It's not catching them as good, but I'm sure when I get it on up, it'll do its thing.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. Yeah, and as you get it up higher, you'll notice a distinct increase in what you can hear. I mean, it really is great, and also, like you said, being able to talk on repeaters that aren't active anyway.
Yeah, I'm waiting on another antenna to come in. I just ordered a wire antenna. That other one, I can't think I told you. When I took it all down to the roof, it was the balun had cracks in it. Well, it's been up there since, well, that one particular balun, I bought it when I bought it, I think 92 or 93. So it's had some use on it.
Oh yeah, that's a good life for, I'd say 92. That's 31 years ago, man. That's a long time.
Yep. All right, buddy. Just wanted to, I had this thing, buddy helped me put it up, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and wasn't able to get in here on Wednesdays and last Saturday, but I'm going to try to get in there tonight. But I'll let you get back at it, Paul. Appreciate it. 73 KR4AZ back in net.
Yeah, very good, Tim. That was Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. He is in Murfreesboro with it's 700, X700 up in the air, at least partially up in the air. Not in its final, not resting place isn't the right way to put it. That'd be burying it. Be a final up in the air higher. Anyway, he's in Murfreesboro. Who else is any place anywhere?
KO4OTB.
Hey, man, where were you on DMR and all that stuff?
I just got home, man. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, well, that's what I told him. I said, it's probably still working, but there was 2 places when I lived in Tampa. This is going back, when was I there? 70s, when I first moved there. And they were very inventive with the bars, and not very nice bars, just corner lousy bars. but the one was called the library. The other one was called the office. So when people went home, they said, "Where you been?" "I've been at the office."
Yeah, I wish I could say that. We got a big 130-pound bloodhound that we have groomed on. I think once a month is out, or every 5 weeks. I think is how it goes. But she was running way behind, and I mean, we dropped her off at 10 o'clock this morning, and normally we picked her up between 3 and 5, I guess. But today she had another
Hold on.
in front of us, and her knee was bothering her or something. I don't know what the deal was, but long story short, we just walked in the door with her, so we just had to get her fed and all that stuff too. So yeah, it's just been one of those days, man. I mean, I get it. Things happen. Her phone wasn't working right every time she would text us. It wouldn't come through either, so that didn't work out. So, but yeah, I'm here. I at least made this net.
What size? What you said that was a hound of some kind?
Yeah, she's a bloodhound. She's a 129.7 pounds.
Man, and is the hair grow that? I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm not familiar with that kind of bloodhound. I thought they had shorter hair.
Oh yeah, they do, but they're riddled with just problems. It's eye, ears, nose. They get boils on them, and yeah, they shed like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, you have to groom them if you're going to have them inside. That's for sure. Which I have it to where she can go in and out however she wants. I got a big doggy door that she goes in and out of, and I got another little dog. Well, I had 3 dogs. We had to put one down in June, but yeah, she's a same thing that was on Hee Haw.
Oh wow. I don't think I've ever personally seen them on that big. But my 6 dogs total don't weigh what yours does.
Oh no, I had to explain to people at work. I have a picture on my phone of my wife in bed with her, and they're laying there, and my wife looks smaller than that bloodhound. Yeah, she's crazy huge. Her mom was 130, and her dad I think was 180.
Man, how much food?
Well, 6 cups a day is what that's kind of the norm for that dog.
I mean, is she real active?
Not really now that she's going on 8 years old, so she doesn't do a lot. Which we walk her, we take her to the park and stuff, because it's the only time we can get her to walk. Cause you take her outside, she just kind of follows you around and just sniffs the ground always. But if you've got a leash on her and take her to the park, yeah, she'll walk. So that's what we have to do. But I can't do that every day, and that's the problem.
No, I understand. How old is she?
She's 7.5. She was born in June of 2016. So yeah, she's almost 7.5.
Man, you ought to send me a picture. My wife and I would love to see them.
Oh yeah, I've got them. Heck, I've got your number. I'll definitely send it to you.
Yeah, the man, that's a lot of dogs. I see with these 6 dogs. I mean, they only get they get half a cup once a day. They're small enough. The heaviest probably weighs, I don't know, 28 pounds maybe.
We rescued one in 2020, and it's kind of funny. We were fostering him, and I fell in love with him. And he was 21 when we got him, and now he's like 38. He's like a mix between a beagle and a what is it? A Jack Russell. He's long legged, but he looks good now. When we got him, he was way underweight. He'd been kind of mistreated pretty bad, I'd say. But we brought him around. Now he's spoiled rotten, and he drives us crazy because he's kind of a whiny baby. Seems like half the time, but yeah, man, he's a good dog too. But he's nothing compared to Lily. Lily, she's probably the best dog I've ever had. But I'll tell you this, I'll never do it again. It's been the most expensive and the most problem-ridden dog I've ever had. But man, she's good though. She's a really good dog. She listens. She just kind of reminds her. She doesn't like leaving the house. That's her biggest thing. She doesn't like leaving.
It's a big baby.
Oh yeah, she's great. But yeah, I'll send you some pictures of her. You won't believe it.
Oh, I'll believe. I had an old English Shepherd that weighed about, I don't know, around 100. And boy, was he a pain in the butt.
Now, did they have ear problems and stuff like that too?
Well, we got it as a kind of a rescue from a family that couldn't take care of him any longer. And no, I don't think he had any ear problems. He already had back leg problems when we got him. So it was a you don't even want to. I wish I had videos of that because I take him out and he can walk around, but he'd go out there to take a take a number two man and he'd fall right back in. It wasn't fun. I'll become the dog ass washer.
Yeah, I can see that. Luckily, I haven't had to deal with that just yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, man. That was every day. I was like, why do I have this dog? Why? I guess I'm just a nice person. I don't know what was the reaction. Actually, I said he was such because we got him, secondhand, and the other guy had him for I don't know, probably 12 years, 13 years, and so he was on his last legs when we got him. And the reason they said they got rid of him is because I don't remember the reason, but the reason was because they didn't want to take care of him in his old age.
No, and a dog that size is very, it, it's a very tedious process, dealing with all that. You have to really, have severe patience like you have never had to experience. Luckily, I've learned how to splice fiber over the years, and that taught me more patience with just about everything. That's which I'm really good at that. But at the same time, it was very difficult to kind of, when I learned it, I was learning it in the elements up on telephone poles at 30 feet in the air or more, and the wind would blow and rain would fall, and and that stuff's glass and it breaks very easy. It's very fragile, and nothing has taught me patience like that for some reason.
Builds character.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's anytime you're dealing with a dog that size, man. I'm telling you, it gets expensive. I mean, every time I make a trip to the vet, I don't think I get a bill under $250, $300.
Yeah, he must do it by the pound. Yeah, that dog, that big old English terrier, old English sheepdog. He also, like I said, he was kind of ornery and not kind of. And I went down to pick him up, because he couldn't get up once he was down on his butt. I went to pick him up, and for some reason he took exception to me doing that, and his head was right next to my ear because I had leaned over him to pick up his butt. He was in the house. He barked right into my ear. My right ear rang for about nearly 2 days. It was so loud. I couldn't believe how loud that dog could bark.
That's how our dog is. He's got a really extremely high pitched bark that is just so ear piercing. I mean, it just it sends chills through your spine and it instantly pisses you off so bad. 'Cause, it's like I mean, you don't know what to say, but just scream at him, golly, it just catches you off guard when you're not expecting it to say the least. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I've got another, what appears to be a purebred again. We got him from an agency down in Alabama. Look up, I don't know if you know the breed, but it's called a Patterdale Terrier, Patterdale, Patterdale. And I didn't know what it was when we got it. And I looked him up and said, holy crap, that's a dog from purebred from England. But she's got a bark it cuts through steel, man. It's unbelievable.
I know the terriers are the worst. And you don't realize how many. I think there's more terriers than any other breed of dogs. We were watching a dog show one night, and it was just so many terrier dogs I've never heard of, and it was unbelievable that there's so many of them around the world. I know a lot of hounds, because that's all I've ever owned is a bunch of guys. We've owned everything from Basses to Beagles to Bloodhounds to Blue Ticks and Healers and all those, but I never knew how many terriers. There's got to be more terriers of any other breed. I can't think of. I would have never thought that there was that many. That was mind blowing. But I was kind of like you. I was looking these up online, like I've never heard of this breed of dog. And but the reason why is because a lot of them are from other countries, and they breed them. They don't breed them in America, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know where this one. Ultimately, I don't know where the dog came from, but she has a really thick coat too. So she's bred for cold weather, and she's bred for being a service, working dog, sheep, cows, or whatever. She's really sharp, and she tries to corral the other dogs, kind of, not real good, because she's been. I would call it she's almost a hyperactive dog. She's finally, after 3 years, settling down.
Yeah, that was the problem we had with her, because she was, believe it or not, bloodhounds are usually kind of lazy dogs, and then when they get older, all of them do. But she was like that for the first 3.5, 4 years, and I didn't know what to do because I never, she's just so big, it was just overwhelming. But she wasn't that big quite. She was still 115, 120 pounds. But either way, monster, massive body, just big dog. But I love her to death now, man. I wouldn't trade her for the world.
Didn't the Beverly Hillbillies have a bloodhound?
They did.
Yeah, my memory's better than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a very iconic dog. You'll see it on a lot of, well, especially the older shows. You saw it on all kinds of stuff, but you don't see him as much now. I think it was even one on Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I was just thinking it was a Basset Hound. It was on Columbo.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, and now I'm thinking of that now. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard also had a Basset, not a Bloodhound.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I didn't see that show a lot. I remember turning on that show when the first time I saw it was whenever it was on, I guess 80s, 70s. I don't remember. I remember turning it on. I go, why is this show being narrated?
Yeah, and it's funny. We watched it as kids growing up, and we loved it, back then. Which I don't know if it even comes on anymore with this woke society we live in. It's probably not even on the air anymore.
I think you're right, and it's dumb because it was just a fun show.
Oh yeah, there was nothing even close to racist about it. It was, kind of just a fun, quirky show. Nothing, no big deal. Everybody got along. It was kind of, a family-oriented show to say the least.
Let's put it this way: those two guys, by many people's standards in the South, are kind of the nice kids on the block.
Oh, no question about it. And I still follow one of them on YouTube, John Snyder. He's actually a pretty good dude, man. He's got a lot of insight on stuff too. He kind of sets Hollywood out as well.
Well, for what it's worth, and it's not worth a lot. I think it's worth nothing. But by coincidentally, my wife met his mother.
Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, because I want to say John's probably in his early 70s now, or maybe more.
Yeah, it was just by happen chance. She didn't know. She just identified who she was. My wife said, "Wasn't that blah blah?" She goes, "Yeah." Anyway, I think it was either on a trip or something. She was seated next to her or something because she got to talk to her for a little bit, and it was just interesting that she thought that was pretty cool because he's a pretty I don't want to say he's famous, but he's relatively famous.
Oh yeah, now I wouldn't say as much now. A lot of people know who he is just because of the show, but he's got a lot of followers too on YouTube. A lot of people. He's got a pretty decent following. But I haven't seen a lot from him lately. I don't know if they're shadow banning him or what's going on, but I'd say that's probably the reason.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'll have to take a look. I'll see him on YouTube. I've not seen him in years. Anyway, you got anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it for me tonight, Paul, and I'll see y'all over on 6 KO4 OTV.
Yeah, don't forget those pictures, man.
Oh no, I'll get them right over to you.
All right, very good. Anybody else, any place, anywhere who put up with me and Joel talking about doogies?
This is.
Oh, I think I heard Earl, but you're not saying nothing.
Now coffee over.
How you doing, Earl? You get over all the marks on your butt from the chainsaw?
Well, there was a element of skid marks, but I don't know. Barry decided that we're all familiar with that. But I have some information I'd like to share that may be in terms of off topic, but still yet hobby oriented, seeing as how ham radio is a hobby. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
Well, I got some black walnuts trees over here. I harvested one today because it was real close to the house. Trimmed it up, trimmed it up, and trying to keep it as straight as possible for daggone 3 years or so. But it came to the aspect that started bearing fruit and overloading my gutters, okay?
Oh, it must be pretty big then, huh?
Well, it once was until I started getting skid marks with my chainsaw, okay?
Yeah. So what's the tree look like now?
Well, I got it, I got all the limbs cut off of it and trimmed up. Well, there are a few knots in it. And it's kind of, well, make a long story short, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, from, I don't know, it might be 10 feet long with a few little knots and butts and here, there, and yonder in it. But if someone was a wood, I mean, right now, this piece I'm talking about right now, it's green. I just cut it down today and raw, you know. But I guess the bottom stump of it is probably, I'm thinking, well, sometimes my way of thinking is incorrect.
Well, join the club.
Okay. So I'm thinking it might be anywhere between 4 to 6 inches around from the bottom and to the top is probably no, between all the other things. It's well, I tried to trim it up the best I could and make it as long as I could. But if there's anyone out there, let me unkey for a minute. That knows of anyone that is, a wood hobbyist, so to speak. Of course, I got a larger one laying in the backyard. It's been laying back there in the for a year. It might be seasoned a little bit better. Of course, it's still got all the limbs and stuff like that. I'm just saying, or just sharing. I got some black walnut harvested uh, fairly uh, straight. Well, the one I cut down I straight because I've been pruning it for like 2.5, 3 years to make it like it is. Because, well, anyway, black walnut is black walnut. Okay, if anybody knows black walnut.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know somebody that might be interested. Let me find out because I know only one. That's N8NUT, I believe this is called over there in Franklin. He may be interested. He does a lot of woodworking.
Right, okay. Well, it's in log form. It's well, the one I cut down today, it's raw and it's green. Bigger one I got, it's still in tree form. It's just been laying down for a year and whatnot like that. But I thought about posting it on the group site, but it's kind of controversy. I mean, it's not really ham related, so I just thought I'd throw that out there and, you know,
Well, Earl, all you got to do is just say, I got a black walnut tree suitable for mounting a mast on, mounting an antenna on.
well, there you go. Use it for a flagpole or something, but I don't know how long that'll last. Cause well, anyway, I had bad experiences with, cutting smaller pieces down and things like that too, and letting it overset too long. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. Maybe make a little ching ching for my efforts of trying to make it the best as possible, but not. It ain't no great big log, but
it is what it is. If anyone out there is interested, I'm good on QRZ. How's that?
Yeah, very good. Right, go ahead and post it to the group. We'll get it out there.
Okay. Someone's got the tools to, makes a wonderful veneer, and I mean, it's still got the bark on it and everything like this, that, and other. So, in knots and things like that, the way I cut the brush off of it as far as that goes, but I've been nursing it for like 2.5, 3 years. It might be worth something for at least a little bit of something for my effort to make it what it is for being anywhere between 6 inches at the bottom to 2.5 inches to the top.
All righty. Well, just post it to the group. I'm sure somebody will snap it up.
Okay, then. I just thought I'd throw that out there. And I hope everybody had a good day today like I had. My actual effort kind of caught up with my intentions and everything like that with Mother Nature and, and whatnot like that. But, and pray for rain. Don't make me get out there and do that there daggone Cherokee rain dance and beat my drum, okay?
All righty. Very good. That was. He's got some black walnut that not lumber yet, but it's in the trunk form. So if anybody's interested in some black walnut for some projects, we'll get hold of Earl on QRZ. Anybody else out there tonight?
KI4SIB, KI4SOR. Good evening, Paul.
Hello. How are you, Richard?
Doing well. Got a little radio work done today, and thanks to a couple of buddies of mine, and I hope it's working, and hope it continues to work. So we'll see.
Yeah. You're not moving into a new house yet, are you?
Do what?
Did you move into another house, or I knew you were looking for a house? What was the deal?
Tuesday we'll finish up the paperwork.
Oh, awesome. I thought there was something going on there. My memory's not too bad.
Yep, it's happening.
Awesome. But you're going to be at a better elevation?
That remains to be seen. I don't know. We're going to shoot for the best, and hope for the best, and all that kind of thing.
Oh, I'm with you. Well, very good. I hope it works out good for you.
We're going to see how it works out. I'm optimistic. I'll put it that way.
Very good. Anything else for the net?
No, sir. Carry on. Appreciate what you're doing down there in Step 3 to everybody on the net. KI4SIB out of the way. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Richard and Stephanie in just West 11. Which anybody else out there?
Okay, I'm 4HK.
Hello, Stan.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good for getting to be an old man. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. I went up to my aunt's house that lives up near Lafayette and did a couple of chores for her, opened up a new mailbox, and cut some bushes down for her today. So got a little bit accomplished today.
You picked a nice day to do it for sure.
Yeah, a little cool starting off, but it warmed up to the low 80s, so it was nice.
Oh, it was great. A little bit of breeze on top of it, too.
Yeah, not a single cloud in the sky.
Yeah, it was pretty. Anything else for the net, Stan?
No, that's all Paul back in that KM4HK.
Very good. That's Stan. He's in just north of downtown Lebanon. That's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. And who else? Anybody else anywhere?
Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha, Philip and Tucker's Crossroads. Are you taking check-ins from nutheads or knotheads? Because I'm one of them.
We don't mollycoddle knotheads.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure. I want to give you another check-in from one or the other.
Yeah, very good. Everything going good, Philip?
Oh, going pretty good. And like everybody said, it's been a pretty day today, and can't complain. But sounds like you got a good net going and trying to wrap it up. So I want to say 7-3 to everybody, and thank you for what you do. At the APLA, back to net control.
Very good. That was Philip. He's in Tucker's Crossroads, Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. Good signal too. Who else is any place anywhere?
That's not too far from where I'm at.
All right. Well, you should have heard him fine then.
I was just saying. It's awful quiet during the week on this frequency, but daggone it, I don't know. Just cutting up, carry on, Paul. I'm sorry.
Well, it's always quiet until somebody gets on. That's why you got to jump in there and shake the tree a little bit. I do sometimes. I haven't been on it as much as I used to be, but I don't know. Today I was on it for about an hour and a half, I think, earlier today. Anyway, that was Philip, Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. Who else is any place anywhere? We're looking for lurkers, lollygaggers, and skulkers. It's a new category, skulkers. And then sandbaggers, of course. That's an old standard. Anybody else out there? All righty. Silence is supposedly golden, but good to hear everybody. There was 20 people in the net tonight. Actually, 21. We had an early check-in. It wasn't here right now. We're going to move right over to, excuse me. I was surprised to hear Jim in here tonight, down in Woodbury. 144-240. 144-240, and then on to 50.135. So we'll see you there. K4PW.
What about them long-haired hippies out there?
They're all now retired. They're all over like my age, 70-ish.
I guess they're short-haired hippies then, right?
Yeah, they grew up, had kids, and now they're being nice grandparents.
Okay, just thought I'd throw that out there.
Very good. Yep, all us boomers are getting old. That's all. I love that term, boomers. Who else? No, we're going over to 50. Excuse me, 144-240. 144-240. All right, it's K4PW Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net looking for check-ins on 144-240 from the north. Please come now.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo.
I got two in there. I heard Frank, and I don't know who the other party was. It was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who was the other person? All right, very good. Kilo Delta 4, Victor Uniform Whiskey, and that's Carlin and Beth Page. Who else is north? Over to the west.
KG4, ILB.
Very good. That's Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg and Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else? Anybody else west? South, please.
KF4, KF2.
Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. That's Tony and Smyrna. A good signal. Who else is south? Over to the east.
KM4 Wow.
Yeah, you're too damn loud, man. That was Michael. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He's just east of me, 2 miles maybe. So he's really loud to me. Who else is east? I got a good copy on there, Earl. There was Earl in Noreen, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is east?
KM4HQE.
Heard KM4HQE, but I think I heard somebody else, and it was Stan in Lebanon. Who else was in there?
KI4ZDG.
KI4ZDG. That's Kevin here in Mount Juliet. Who else is 144-240 from the east? Nobody else east or north or anywhere?
Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu.
Kilo India 4, Mike. Man, I got that. KI4 MIZ. Right, do I have that right? Just how come I got that messed up, Kevin?
You got it messed up in a big way, Paul. KG4 MIZ.
I thought it looked stupid. That's why I asked. You doing all right there, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm trying, my friend. I'm trying.
Ah, very good. Yeah, your wife said you're really trying.
I hear you. All right, I'll let you get on with it. Take care.
Yep, good to hear you in there, Kevin. That was Kevin, Kilo Golf for India, or Mike India Zulu. Kilo Golf for Mike India Zulu. Who else out there? Anybody, any place, anywhere? Well, that was a pretty good one on that 240 with 10 check-ins. So we're going to move right over to 50.135. We'll see you there. Unless anybody else wants to check in right now. All right, moving over to 50.135. Frequency in use is the frequency in use. All right, very good. This is K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Net, looking for check-ins from the north. Please come down. Wow, the signal's really low to me tonight there, Frank. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. How's my copy to you? Okay, no, I'm amazed how low you were, but Jax wasn't very good. Well, let me move on. Who else besides Frank is in there? Yeah, you sound pretty good. A little low, but I hear you good copy in there. It's clear. It's Joel up in West Ashland City. Who else is north or west? All right, let me do that again. There was a couple in there, so I had to turn up the gain on that, the RF gain. What I heard Jack in there, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else was in there? Kilowatt Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. That would be golly, is that Larry? Do I have the name right on that? Okay, very good. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor out in I forgot the name of your place up there. Yeah, you're fading a little bit of me on there. Yeah, very good. That was Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor out west about 35, 40 miles. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. That's correct. Who else west? Or south? Anybody south? Please come down. I hear background talk in there. I know it's not our people. At east, please come down.
KM4 wow, yeah.
All right, very good. That's Michael here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else east? Very good. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. That's Stan in over by North 11. Anybody else east? Very good. It's Kilo Gulf. That's Gulf for Mike India Zulu. It's Kevin in over in Lebanon, over by the university. Who else is KG? I got to write it down here. Who else east? Anybody hearing a station I can't?
I'm hearing somebody, Paul, but I can't make it out.
Earl again? No, I couldn't hear Earl at all. That's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu on a relay. I don't remember hearing him well before on 6 meters, but I'm pretty sure I did hear him better than today. Anybody else out there? East, north, south, east, or west? Anybody hearing anything?
Nope.
All righty, we had another 10 number in there tonight. Moving over to 223-415, unless I hear something from you guys.
Oh, somebody was in there, I think.
Who else? Somebody else out there? We got any relays? Because I can't hear anything. I heard somebody just then. Who was that? I did catch Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo, but you were talking to somebody? What was the suffix? Oh, was that is that Who would I see? Is that KI4ZDG? I don't know who that would be because I can't hear them, Frank. One more time. Is anybody else out there on 6 meters? Please come now. KI4ZDG. So it was ZDG. Okay, very good. We got you in there, Kevin. That's Kevin here in Manchuria. KI4ZDG. Oh, okay. Very good. Just barely in there on a relay, but it must not be a very good, something wrong with the antenna going on there. Well, very good. Anybody else before we move on? Very good. We had 11 in there on 6 meters, which is another reasonably good night here. So, well, guys, have a good night. I'm going to go over to 223.415. So we'll catch you later. K4 PEW. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, looking for check-ins on whatever we're on now, on the cavalcade of nets here. Let me get my pencil ready again. Very good. I got myself, K4 PEW, and we got KM4YRF. Who else we got in here tonight? Very good. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who else is any place anywhere? All right, 2 in there. We had Tony, KF4KFQ, and then we had Greg in there, KD4CVE. Anybody? That's Craig in Antioch, and Tony is in Smyrna. Who else we got out there? Okay, we had Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. That's Carlin and up in Bethpage. Who was the other? Somebody else was in there just a second ago. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I heard you say Jack, but I also had Stan in there from Lebanon. KF4, not KF4, KM, KM4 HQE, Hotel Quebec Echo. That's who that is. And Stan in Lebanon. And you said Jack's in there too. Little, I can't hear him. Jack, go ahead again, please. Yeah, I'm not copying anything.
I did not hear him yet.
We're going to pretend he's going to be a virtual check-in?
I don't know. He made good numbers, though, on what hit double digits on a couple of the nets.
Yeah, no, it was decent. We had 20, actually we had 21 with an early check on 2 meters, and then 10 on 2 meter upper sideband, and then we had 11 on 6 meters, and we had 10 on Michael's C4 FM net, and then 5 on D-Star and 5 on DMR. So he doubled each of the other nets. And then here we went 2, 3, 4, that's 7, I think, here on 220 nets.
Yeah, actually.
Well, I just think things always are up and down in this kind of a thing, but I just like, it's nice to see more activity in the digital modes and also here on 220, which I think we're the only ones doing it that I'm aware of anywhere in Tennessee, and maybe in the whole South, doing the 220 net on Simple. Maybe I should ask that question if anybody's doing it. I don't know where I'd ask, but I guess I could go on some of the, like on the Alinco net, or on, if there's not net, on sounding boards or I don't know. We'll find out somehow. No, 220 is kind of the bastard child of the bands.
It's a good one, though. It's consistently reliable.
Yeah, it seems to be very good. Yeah, I like it. The only trouble is you have to buy another antenna.
Yeah.
And again, it's like anything else. I think I know I've said it at least once. I was reading an article. I don't even know where I read it. Might have been in QRZ, but I don't think it was. Is these people out there in Death Valley? They have a bunch of people who volunteer to travel in, hang out in Death Valley with CB radio only in their trucks. So everybody can have CB since it's an unlicensed communication method, and they can be out there helping people who get in trouble out in Death Valley.
And really, a 510 makes a good antenna on 220, isn't it, with RKK? Is there a way to use this kind of good?
I think, Frank, is that what you're using for 220? Is you're using a tuner on the 510 or the 510 antenna? I don't know if Frank's still there. No, he must have jumped out.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. I think that's what he's doing.
Too late for me to check in. Oh, was the net over?
No, that's not over. We're still here, just chewing the fat here. So I hear Kevin in there. You sound good, Kevin. Which radio are you on?
Little QYT radio.
Oh, that's right. That little 25 watt is doing a good job for you.
I didn't know if I'm missing the net or not. I heard you calling stations and then you didn't call no more. And I was all like, wait. Sorry about that.
Us, we don't have any rules.
No rules.
All right, that was Kevin, KG4MIZ. Is there somebody else in there? Oh, yeah, Jack was in there, too. Very good, Jack. Man, we're having a red letter day here.
Yeah, the first time I've ever heard everybody on 6 meter except Kevin, and I could hear him. I just couldn't make out what he was saying.
Oh, yeah, because he's on a I think he's on an HT on those bands.
Okay, well, I couldn't hear him here on the 220 either, but yeah, I heard everybody. First time I've heard everybody checking in on 6 meter. It shocked me. The conditions were excellent.
Huh. Yeah, very good. Anyway, as Jack, everybody who can hear him, that's Jack. He'll go for you, Victor. Hold on. No, we just need one more. We're at 9. We need Greg out of Fairview.
Okay.
I said, we need Greg out of Fairview.
And Joel had checked in, has he?
No, he should have done. He probably forgot. Well, very good. Oh, it was a big night for some of these areas. I mean, even on the C4FM was a monster with 10. That's awesome. Slowly, the word leaks out. I think I doubled with somebody. Was that you, Mike?
Yeah, I said I was grinning ear to ear.
It would be kind of ugly if you just grinning ear to nose or something. Well, anybody else got anything else for our stupendous 10-person net here tonight?
An old expression in the South is he was grinning like a possum eating briars.
I don't think I've heard that before. Is that what they eat, is briars?
No, but if you had a mouthful, you'd probably be grinning too.
Yeah, I don't know, briars, I don't feel that good.
And a possum in my garage last week.
Yeah, they're harmless.
Yeah, I love it. What'd you name it?
I may have told you I had a possum. We had possums in our area where I lived in Tampa. I heard something rummaging around in the garbage can area, and I looked in. It was an empty garbage can and didn't have the top on it. And little baby possum had climbed on the fence and fell into the garbage can. So I just tipped it over and let him run.
One of my earliest memories is my dad rescued a baby possum off of a mom with the kids along the road. And he rescued the baby and he raised it in a box for a few weeks, and then we let it go out in one of the local stores.
Yeah, they're pretty harmless. I had that one that my dog was. I was calling the dog, and she since passed away 2 years ago. And she was out there, and I called her in, and she's coming in from the dark side of the yard. The light wasn't hitting well. I could see her carrying something in her mouth. And I couldn't tell what it was until I got closer to the light. I realized it was some kind of animal. I didn't know what it was at the moment. And Up that. What's wrong? You ain't bringing that in the house. And what? It's thought it was some kind of animal. Yeah, I thought it was a rabbit. And she dropped the possum. You get that possum, man. He knew. They all know how to play possum well. He looked dead, and I just left him laying out there. I went back 5 minutes later. He's gone.
He's probably healed in 24 hours.
I don't think she even killed him. I just see the try. She was bringing it in like a prize. He probably scared him to play dead, so she was going to bring him in the house and either eat her later or keep him as a friend.
Kind of under the sofa.
No, it was all good, man. And yeah, now we've had 2 or 3 encounters with skunks out here with my dog.
I've seen those come in the garage too. I mean, I've had a baby come in on me, and I kind of just backed up and
Good old possums. And what was that you just had in the garage? Those skunks. Yeah, skunks are. If I knew a family that had a skunk as a pet, but of course they got it when it was a baby and they had it de-skunked.
Yeah, I've been around the domesticated.
It sure scares people though.
I had a fox at one point.
Oh, is that right? Was it domesticated?
Yeah, just look out.
No, it's kind of hard to take the woods out of the fox, I think.
Got a groundhog that lives out here in my front yard. Those are cool too, as long as they don't mess up your foundation. No, he's out here by the ditch. I have one living on a family of a couple of us that were basking on my neighbor's sidewalk for a number of months, kind of juvenile. Yeah, this one had babies in the spring because there were 2 or 3 little ones running around. I haven't seen them lately.
Yeah, they're also bait for the hawks.
And the coyotes.
You have coyotes where your place is?
Absolutely. I got coyotes and deer and all kinds of stuff. I live 3 miles from right downtown. Got coyotes here too.
Think I've seen one once, and it was from a far enough distance. I was pretty sure it was a coyote. During the daytime, like in the morning.
And I got off, but when I was working, I got off. I don't know, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was driving home, and there was one running down 4th Avenue right downtown. He must have lived over by the river. Just good little garbage place with this cow. Yeah, he's probably in the dumpsters.
Coyotes are a nuisance.
He cats, they eat cats and small dogs, so I've trained my cat to come in when it gets dark.
Yeah, very good. Now, okay, just be glad they're not wolves.
Well, they haven't reintroduced some wolves up where they're in land between the lakes where they've reintroduced elk, and they had to reintroduce wolves to go with them.
I don't know, man. I get confused by that because it seems like we're always playing a game. It's like that old commercial, "Can't fool Mother Nature."
Yeah, but they didn't have any predators to go after them if they didn't reintroduce the wolves. So there's not any bear up in that area. Bears over in East Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand why they do it and how they do it. It's just like they're always playing this numbers game on what they, because they keep a relative number of, like, I don't know that case there, but they keep an eye on how many elk there are, so to speak, and then they figure out how many wolves they need. And if the wolves get out of hand, then they got to go harvest them.
Yeah, that's right. Or they pay guys to do it. They pay sharpshooters.
No, I understand. It's like I said, it's like we're playing a game. Some of it's absolutely necessary because even though we have a lot of predators in places like Tennessee, there's still an overpopulation of deer.
Every mall in this country pays somebody to come in when the mall closes and shoot birds to get in there with the pellet gun.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I can see why it's true because just go to Lowe's or Home Depot out in their garden department.
Absolutely.
As long as there's no prowling coyotes in there.
I think we have worse beef than coyotes to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, but so much of the wildlife is dangerous. They usually don't hang around if you're around.
Now, it's hard to see a coyote, they blend right in. They are stealthy, that's how they make their living. And then occasionally you'll see like when you like you'll see one just walking down the road occasionally. See, those are the ones they'll worry about because they're probably sick. Yeah, they're rabid, don't give a shit.
You know, one of Ham I knew down in Florida, he either found or somebody gave him a dog, and he didn't know that it was like a half coyote. He took it to the vet, and the vet says, "I can't give it back to you."
He probably had to put it down.
I don't know what he didn't have any say in it after that.